What is up, ladies and gentlemen? I am here to talk to you about maker time versus manager time and how to organize your calendar so that it works with your energy and your flow. And so that if you're a maker, a creator, how do you organize your calendar to work with that? In case you're wondering, my name is Calvin Corelli. I am the founder and CEO of a software company called Simplero. We have helped coaches and course creators make over $645 million. We help coaches, creators, consultants, etc., do everything that they need for their business in one platform. So if you're that kind of person, check it out. So anyway, wanted to talk about maker creator time. It's something that's been very important for me to recognize, is that I, by nature, am a creator. I make stuff, whether it's like here, I'm making content, or I'm making software, or I'm making music, or what I'm writing words, whatever it is, I am making stuff. And that's where I get the most productive output. It's where I create the most value for people. But if my calendar is all meeting, then I won't actually have any time to create anything. And so for that reason, I have organized my calendar so that there's a lot of open, unscheduled time. And if you're a maker as well, then I recommend that you do the same. Specifically, what I've done is I've lumped together all of the meetings that I have to do in as few days as possible so that I can just do them, and then I'll have the rest of the days open to do whatever my energy calls for or whatever I need to do, but I can get into it. And the problem with having stuff scheduled is that it now locks in your day. Even like one scheduled meeting in a day can ruin that day. Imagine that I had a meeting scheduled for 1 p.m. say. It's 12:40 now. If I had something at 1, then I wouldn't start this because I wouldn't be sure that I'd be able to finish it. It creates all this waste because of that one thing was placed right at the most inconvenient time, but you didn't know that because you weren't sure how your day was going to turn out. So when we're doing creative work, by definition, we don't know how long it's going to take. You know, we get into it and then we discover all these things and we're like, yeah, I don't know. Like, I wanted to be good. I wanted to take the time that it needs to take in order to be good. Doesn't mean we can't get faster at things. Doesn't mean we can't put other constraints in place. But by its nature, we need a lot of flex in our schedule around it in order to make that happen. And a lot of people don't understand it. If they're more task-oriented, more manager mode people, it's weird to them. They're like, why do you need that? Well, I do. That's how I operate. And so I want you to take ownership over that. And you choose how you want your calendar to be. Like, collect specific days that you have meetings on, and maybe you have themed days. So this day is for content creation, or you have themed mornings. My mornings are for content creation, and then the afternoons are for meetings. Like, whatever works for you, experiment with it and figure out how to make it work. And then you can set up a schedule and like this type of meeting only in these specific time slots. And you can also have the schedule try to pack it in so that there are fewer gaps in your schedule, right? Because those like half-hour gaps are rarely very productive. There's a concept that I've learned from one of my coaches named Martel. It's called the perfect week. So you collect the different ingredients that you want. So in here is the ingredients. I want this unpersonal and I want this work, and this is how many hours and how we want to do it. Every ingredient in your week goes in here. So I'm walking Yasmin, my dog. I've got my morning routine. So you see how we plan literally everything here, and we color code it so that it's like, this is what my week looks like. And if you want to meet with me, well, here are the opportunities for a meeting. So if I occasionally need to take a meeting outside of these windows, I can, but ideally we'll swap it with something like this that's easily movable. And my executive assistant is going to work really hard to find that. So having this perfect week set up for you is massive because it just means that you know how your rhythm is going to flow. And then things change. I'm always changing. I'm always in flux. I'm learning new things, or I'm noticing new things. And so we'll be constantly updating it, but there'll always be this perfect week as the baseline for what it looks like. So this is my gift to you right here. It is to honor how you work, how you're wired. Are you a creator or are you more of a manager? And if you're a creator, make sure that you have the time that you need to create stuff. because that's really your biggest value. It's also what's going to give you the most joy in life. And isn't that a beautiful thing? That usually the place that you're the most happy is also where you create the most value to others. If you're honest with yourself. Dan Kennedy had this saying where he would say, people who say, do what you love and the money will follow are idiots, because then I'd just be lying in a hammock watching TV, eating enchiladas all day. To which I would counter, I think you'd feel pretty sick after a month of living like that. And then you would actually find that eventually you'll want to give to someone else. You'll want to contribute in some way. And that's what's going to give you the actual fulfillment long term. Eventually you get to a place where it's all about growth and contribution, and those are the only two things that really matter. Are you growing as a person? Are you making people around you grow? Are you making your business grow, your relationship grow, your health grow? And that at the end of the day is the only thing that freaking matters. And the sooner you realize that, the happier you're going to be. And a lot of people never realize that. Yeah, make your time, manage your time, know who you are, establish your calendar, establish a perfect week, and just stick the fuck with it until you learn something better. And then you'll make it better. All right. Thanks for watching. I love you. Bye.